Hi, I'm here still at the events complex, the Lynfield Events Complex in Frederick County, Maryland, with Commissioner Mike Cady. And why do you feel folks should support the Ehrlich ticket?
In my 63 years of living in Maryland, he's the best governor we've ever had. In 4 years, he converted a $1.8 billion deficit into a $3 billion surplus. He's got my vote.
There we go. Okay. Jim Hoover, and you are the mayor of Emmitsburg.
Yes.
I understand you're going to be starting a radio show pretty soon.
Yes, I am.
Good, good. Now, why should folks support the Ehrlich ticket?
Well, I think Bob Ehrlich has done an excellent job in the current 4 years he's attended in office as governor, and I think his integrity and his honesty and his leadership has been a great deal for the state of Maryland and the citizens of Maryland, and I think we should continue with that.
There we go. No reason to change, in other words.
That's correct.
All right, and this will be on Frederick.com and on the Area Guides Network. Thanks for participating.
Thank you.
Okay, here I am with Senator Mooney, and we're going to ask you the same question. Why should folks in Frederick County and Washington County and this whole region support the Ehrlich ticket this go-around?
There are several good reasons to vote to re-elect Governor Bob Ehrlich. We inherited a nearly $4 billion budget deficit 4 years ago, and with his fiscal responsibility, he was able to balance the budget without raising any major taxes to where we actually have a surplus now. And Governor fully funded the education needs at the same time. He's brought balance to the government in Maryland. It's not a one-party monopoly Democrat state anymore. We have a Republican governor, heavily Democrat legislature, but there's some balance there finally. And monopoly's not a good thing. The Democrats would like to go back to a full monopoly where they control everything in the government and have no balance, no other point of view. And the governor brings a common sense, moderate point of view to the state of Maryland. And you look at your options. Martin O'Malley, the mayor of Baltimore, has a very high crime rate in Baltimore. The schools in Baltimore are struggling. Many of them are failing completely. They have not been reformed. It's not a good education model for the state of Maryland. And I think if you compare the two candidates, it's a very clear choice.
Okay, and can you comment on the Michael Steele candidacy?
Sure. Michael Steele offers a fresh, wonderful vision for America and for Maryland. He's a hardworking man, a man of great character, of moral fiber. We need someone like him in the U.S. Senate. He does believe in fiscal responsibility, less taxes. He's been working hard. He's been personally attacked viciously for being a black Republican in Maryland. They've thrown Oreo cookies at him, called him an Uncle Tom. Nobody should be treated like that for being conservative and being a black and conservative at the same time. I think everyone should respect the fact that minorities are often Republican and conservative on many issues.
Sure.
Michael Steele represents that point of view, and he's really needed in this country.
Great. And do you have a website address that folks can go to for information about your campaign?
Sure. Please, you can check my campaign out. I'm up for election at www.alexmooney.com.
Very good. Thanks, Alex. And we're still at the Lynfield Events Complex with Senator Brinkley, and we're going to ask you the same question. Why should folks support this Ehrlich ticket this go-around?
Governor Ehrlich has been fantastic, not just to Frederick County, but to Western Maryland. And I think he's been very responsive to our needs on transportation, education, certainly public safety. And it's been frankly a great honor to be able to serve down there and have someone who will return our calls and do what we need to have done. In the previous administration, we didn't have any cooperation of that type. So I think it's incumbent on Frederick County to help send him back into office.
All right. Thank you very much for coming out. Okay, here I am with Charlie Smith, and you're here at this fundraiser at the Lynfield Events Complex for Governor Ehrlich.
Right.
Can you tell us why you feel the voters in this area should vote for the Ehrlich ticket this go-around?
Well, obviously Bob Ehrlich is the most qualified candidate. Let's start with that. And from my perspective, he's the best candidate for the job because he is the best person with a perspective on everything that he needs to have a perspective on. And what I mean by that is a quality of life here in Maryland, in terms of education, in terms of roads, in terms of fiscal responsibility. Bob has it all, and he definitely has my support.
And one reoccurring theme from other folks that I've interviewed is he's an easy guy to work with.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a bridge builder, and you need to be that way, especially in the state of Maryland. And I think he's proved that. I mean, just take a look. I mean, he has to work with the legislature, and he at the lead here in the state over the past 4 years has turned billions of dollars in the deficit into a surplus, and I think that's extremely important. I mean, we all don't run up our credit cards at home. Why should we do so in the state?
Very good. Thank you, Charlie.
You're welcome.
Okay, here I am with the mayor of Frederick, and you're here at the Lynfield Events Complex here in beautiful Frederick County, Maryland. And I guess you're supporting the Ehrlich ticket.
Absolutely.
Okay, can you tell us why?
Well, first of all, look around, outside being a politician, look around what's happened in the state the last 4 years. I mean, we have great economic times. There's been a number of I'm an engineer, there's been a number of environmental improvements. Dealing with the review agencies, you get help, not just stops. They help you do it, and they also achieve environmental goals. And I think you get someone that's what you see is what you get. Very plain-spoken person who gets done what he says he's going to do. And so I think there's things he said he was going to do, and if you look back, those are the things that are happening. And I don't think he can ask for any more than that, and I don't think he can ask for any better times right now than we're having in Maryland. And I know locally they have been a tremendous help to us at the city of Frederick. Every time I've called agencies down there, I have gotten help.
I've talked to a number of other elected officials here this evening as well, and they've kind of echoed the same thing, cooperation. They're able to get things done.
You know what? I don't think the governor lets partisanship get in the way of doing the right thing. I really think he looks to do the right thing for the people that live in the state of Maryland, regardless of what party you're in. And I think that's a great thing to have.
Very good. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you.
Here we are. We're still at the Lynfield Events Complex in Frederick County, Maryland. We have Rick Weldon, and you're here supporting the governor, obviously. Why should folks vote for the governor this go-around?
Craig, Bob Ehrlich has done everything that he told the voters of Maryland he would do 4 years ago. Everything he promised them he would do. Dig us out of a terrible financial hole, fund critical programs, and move this state in a better direction. He's fulfilled that promise. So
there we go.
I don't recall any governor in history making that claim and then carrying through with it.
Okay, and here we are with Commissioner Lovell, and your comments, sir?
Well, I would say that the Governor Ehrlich has made a big turnaround for the state of Maryland, and it's been a refreshing new governor. And I think he deserves, since he brought the economy back and jobs that are all-time high and unemployment is low, and he's reduced that deficit and has a slight surplus now, and he's trying to move quality education ahead. I think we should support him.
All righty, thank you. On WFMD, what's that, 9 to 11?
Saturdays, 9 to 11.
9 to 11. And obviously you're here supporting the governor,
Absolutely.
Governor Ehrlich. And can you tell us why?
Well, multiple reasons. Obviously, I care about my family, care about the kids. I agree with his platform on education, on social issues. He is not a spendthrift. I want somebody who's going to watch the budget, watch my tax dollars. I think he's not only good for my family, but he's good for the entire state of Maryland. So I wholeheartedly support Governor Ehrlich, and I think he's got a wonderful choice for Lieutenant Governor this time too.
Okay, and can you comment on the Steele campaign as well?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'd like to see a history-making thing happen there, and not only get an African-American U.S. Senator, but get a Republican African-American U.S. Senator in Michael Steele. And I think, again, his whole message is right on base on what I believe in, and hopefully that they have a nice balanced message that not only Republicans and independents, but even your conservative Democrats can support.
Very good. Thanks, Blaine Young. WFMD 9 to 11, Frederick's Forum.